Hi, I'm Stefan Rust. This is Off the Record on the Chain. If I had $1,000 today, what would I do and how would I deploy that $1,000 across cryptocurrencies? So first of all, I take 50% and put it into Bitcoin. And then I would have the other 50% go 25% into Ethereum, 25% into Solana. You know the wallets to use, you know how to do that, but that's how I would do that. $500 into Bitcoin, 250 into Solana, and 250 into Ethereum. So the reason why I would do that allocation is number one, Bitcoin is stable. It allows you to get onto and into cryptocurrencies, not too much risk, a lot of upside. It will be a bit volatile, gets you used to how the market evolves. Why Ethereum? Why Solana? There's a lot being built around those two platforms. A lot of developers, a lot of applications, a lot of services. The way I look at it right now is Bitcoin is the digital gold. So you buy that, you hold that, that's your savings. Ethereum is the digital oil. It is refined, it's moved, it's shipped around, it gets distribution, it gets utilized in all sorts of different types of services. Think of that in the financial services. And Solana is the solar energy or the electricity associated with the oil. It moves a lot faster. It has a lot more building on it and is a lot more innovation on top of maybe less decentralized, but very blockchain-oriented financial service platform. So now let's say you've got $1,500. So you've got that extra 500, you've just received a bonus, you closed that sales deal, you got a big tip. What do you do? How do you work with that? My advice would be to put that into maybe a slightly riskier asset or a different type of asset, infrastructure that is needed to support crypto and the blockchain and to actually make assets more tangible on-chain. So there's a category called real-world assets, the tokenization of real-world assets, real estate, stocks, equities, ETFs. That's one way to actually work with that. And what are the infrastructures needed to supply that? So one of them obviously is the TRUF.Network that's providing the source of truth for on-chain generated indexes. How do you work with that? Chainlink is another set of infrastructure that's providing Oracle services to all of these platforms. And then obviously there's also tokenized stocks. If you don't have access to a Charles Schwab or Robinhood account already, how do you get access to US stocks? Through the token markets. That's how I would put that extra $500 to use. So how do I decide how to allocate my funds? And by the way, I have over 90% of my assets in crypto, 95%, if not 100%, all in crypto. So what do I use, right? I work on three different elements. Number one is I'm not a speculator. I buy and I hodl, hold on for dear life. Why? These assets are volatile, so they do move. And so you need to have the patience and the tenacity to stick through some of these movements, number one. Number two, I look for longer term. Because I'm hodling, I'm looking for longer term sustainability. I look where developers go. What are developers building? On which blockchain are they building? And that's another thing I look at. And then lastly, we look at the utility associated with the token. Is there any utility? Is it a dividend paying token? Is it a gas fee token, etc.? So how much velocity does that token have in terms of how often does it change hands? This is Off the Record on the Chain. Hope you learned something. I'm here trying to educate new on-ramps into crypto and why the blockchain is going to be the essential platform to give you economic freedom and allow you to generate wealth and hopefully provide you with insights where and how to best do your research to do your investments and place your money. Hope you learned something and smash the likes, hit the subscribe button, and thank you very much.